we have a ton of work to do. This is bare, it's concrete, there's no polishing. Walls, the ovens, we're trying to make this cookie the best way possible with the best ingredients. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Welcome to Dan the Baking Man. Come in. I'm Robert.
I'm Daniel.
And together, we're Dan the Baking Man. So we came up with the idea because we're both athletes and we love sweets.
So I grew up playing tennis 8 hours a day in the hot summers.
I was an athlete too. I wasn't as good as a tennis player, but I was always out there on the court trying to get as good as Daniel. But when I got back to high school and Daniel was in college, he started experimenting with CrossFit. And so we got on a CrossFit and we were on these like paleo diets, this whole 30. We grew up in a house that loved food and sweets. Didn't we like grow up eating cookies and like the stuff that would happen?
There's like videos of you like sending me cookies while I was in high school.
And this is me cooking the, let's say, magical cookies.
When we went in the grocery store, like, what did we find, Dana? Like,
everything had like ingredients you couldn't name.
Yeah, like we would see stevia, we would see, maltodextrin, an ingredient that would go into the chocolate, all these different guar gums. It tasted nothing like a cookie.
So we started to make our own stuff. They started out as like little protein balls at first.
We would try absolutely everything just to get even remotely close to a cookie. And eventually, with some testing, Daniel came up with the recipe. We wanted to create a product that was simple, delicious, ingredients you can name, and didn't sacrifice on taste for nutrition. And now we have our first facility. All right, so welcome to the fulfillment center. We'll have printers, papers, boxes, pallets, all those cookies getting ready to be shipped out every day. And that's just where your order will finally end up. But let's show you where it starts. So through here, through the corridor, you'll have a glass that'll separate out the cooking part and manufacturing part of the facility to the office and towards the ingredients room. In the ingredients rooms, you're gonna have gallon jugs of maple syrup sourced from Vermont. You're gonna have almonds, flour stacked all the way to the top from almond flour from California, it's organic. And they're gonna have your little sink here that'll make sure cleanliness, and this will be an extra sink that we have. And then you'll be getting one step closer to manufacturing. You'll have another sink here, which will be a big triple sink. That'll be for all the dishes, cleans everything, waste management, and be through the door, you'll be in the manufacturing hub, where you'll have big prep table, you'll have the ovens, you'll have the other stacks for the cookie trays, and you'll have a bagging part here. Each cookie is made fresh daily, it'll be boxed up and shipped out to you, and then it'll end up right where we started, back in the fulfillment center.
When we first walked into this space, it was just 4 walls and a concrete floor, nothing but potential. The space was so far from a manufacturing facility, but it was the best space we could find. And we saw the potential. Starting from the ground up, literally, the first task was to fix and polish the old concrete floors. We had to turn them into a foundation of a facility that could gain approval by the FDA and the Florida Department of Agriculture. We weren't done then. We needed ovens, sinks, counters, mixers, refrigerators. Choosing the right ovens was like picking the heart of our bakery. My dad and I drove all around Miami. After scouring through options, we settled on a state-of-the-art convection oven that promised even baking and energy efficiency. As important as the heat is from our ovens, we needed the cooling from the fridges so that your cookies stay the most fresh when you order. We found them online, and once again we got them delivered, but this time they didn't fit through the door. But luckily the neighbor came in and helped us. They know how to flip it around and just through hair get it to the front door of our facility.
There we have it.
Then came the sinks and the prep areas. And let me tell you, I didn't know they made so many different types of sinks and steel counters, but there was a lot. We got the right ones, but we needed an electrician so that we didn't blow up the place. They came in, they looked at the space, set up whole new wiring, we got the voltage right, and we were ready. We turned an empty warehouse into the heart of Dan the Baking Man. It's where we bring the joy, health, and a bit of sweetness into the world, one plant-based cookie at a time.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yo, this is fire. I would keep this in my fridge nonstop. Amazing. What you guys are doing is amazing.
You heard it here first.